Happy Saturday! Good morning, everybody. Rebecca's already excited for this show. Thank you for joining us, everyone. You're all already saying hello to everybody, and that's what this is all about, building this fabulous, lovely, crafty, creative community that we're doing. So you're watching us live at Highlight Crafts here in Derbyshire. We've got a fabulous team with us this morning. Just the other side of the wall, getting ready for his show in 2 hours' time, is our fabulous David. And he's here bright and early because he's got lots of exciting things. It's his first time of doing sublimation, so that's going to be a bit exciting. When he's got some new things on it that you have not seen before, not even yesterday. We have our lovely Mel Heaton here, who is rapidly becoming our Sospeso Trasparente expert.
Nearly.
Oh.
There's no R in Sospeso.
Oh,
Sospeso
Sospeso
Trasparente.
Trasparente.
Good morning. This is very exciting.
We have our lovely Amber with us, and of course the one and only Andrew, ooh, who's wearing a Mr. Zog's
Go on, say it.
Go on,
original
Say it because there's a little bit of a story.
sex wax. The best for your... I can't say that.
Can, because
Right,
there's a
go on.
story.
So, Andrew, what's the story?
So it's for surfboards, right?
Oh.
But I said to David this morning, that's his candle.
His
the candle.
what?
The candle.
Oh. Oh, that's a whole other story.
That is a whole other story.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh,
Let's
dear.
say a few good mornings to you. They're already you're tuning in to see us. What a day we've got lined up for you. So good morning to Barbara and Susan and Lynn and Becky, Carol and Irene and Sue and Wendy and Tracy and Mitch, Veronica, and good morning to Tracy and Lorraine and Karen and Faye and Avril and Lisa and Pat and Doreen. Rebecca, good morning. It's a pleasure to have your company, everyone. We've got a great show lined up for you, and we have got some brand new products for you. We're super excited. I'm going to tell you a little bit of story while you're all just joining us, so because then you won't miss the very beginning of the first products we've got. So, the way that this works is, this is super exciting because we're at the forefront of what is a new revolution in shopping, and it's called social shopping. So while you're watching us, you can literally watch and shop at the same time without even going away from the screen. You can take us with you. We know lots of you take us in your pockets, you take us on your bus, you take us to work, you keep us in your drawer. Wherever you want to be, you can be watching us. And then, while you're watching us, you can be shopping. And it's super easy. All you have to do is type in the comments. So if you're watching us on Facebook, on Instagram, or on the Highlight Crafts website, all you do, type in the comments the word shop, followed by the code that I give you. That code then means that that item goes straight into your shopping basket. Now, at the end of the show, you get a little message telling you that you can check out. But when you check out, please log into your account, because the price that I give you today is not the price you're going to pay. You're going to pay less. I know that. Imagine seeing it and then you get to the till and they go, oh, by the way, there's another discount on that. Well, that's what's going to happen as long as you log into your account. So log into your Highlight Crafts account. If you're not a member already, get in there because it's super free, and you get your points and your discounts from the minute you join. So we're going to get started. We're going to have a look at everything we've got on the counter. We're here for 2 hours because we've got tons of new product for you. We've got amazing deals, but more than that, we've got inspiration, ideas, and loads of education. And so as a business, our priority is not only you, but it's about making sure that you feel inspired. So before we start looking at the product, let's look at some inspiration. And because we can, and we can do whatever we want within reason, I want to show you this. So our lovely Mel Heaton made this from this new collection that's coming up. And you can see this butterfly looks like it was actually made for this piece of pottery. Now, she's also put the butterflies and the dragonflies round the outside edges of it. And you've got there that beautiful decoration. She's also got a picture frame that goes with this. Now, I'm not going to suggest for one moment that you you go running down to your local Tesco's right now. Do it later. But if you want to make that whole project, these pots are still available. And we try and use things that either we can sell you or we can share where you can get them so that you don't miss out. Then I'm going to show you this. So this is just how simple, but how much more money does this vase look worth? It just is beautiful. And there is those lovely, delicate, detailed flowers around the vase. Right, now we're already busy. Already nearly 10% of the stock of the first two collections has gone. So we're going to jump on here. I'm going to... Oh, my goodness me. Where have you all come from? Oh, how exciting. There's loads of you watching. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at the new designs. We're going to get a demonstration in quickly, and then we will come back and look at them all again. So I'm going to start with this one, because this one, Mel and I, when we were looking at it, this was one of our favourite collections, and we've put them together especially for you so that you can see all the detail of the designs. Now this one is Shop Camp. It's $35.99. You're going to get the Campanella, the blue butterfly, the iris, and the passiflora. So, first of all, I'm going to put them each down individually. These are your Campanellas. Now, I'm just going to talk you through some of the information that's on this sheet. Because up here, if you're going to be a collector, this is the information you're going to want to know. So it's from Series 2, it's number 10, and it's called Campanella. That information is really, really important because it'll help you with logging your collections. Here are our blue butterflies. Again, they're from Series 2. This is number 02, our blue butterflies. But look at the detail. Oh, did you see the little bumblebee in this one? You've got little bumblebees. There's a couple of those. Beautiful Campanella designs. Now, I'm just going to talk to you about the product itself because it's made from a very, very fine PTE. And it's a special kind of material that many years ago I worked with a Dutch company and a Dutch chemist who, Dirk, he was a right character. And I worked with him and he created a product similar to this, but that's where the comparison changes because it really was, or stops, because it really was only similar, because this is much thinner, much more lightweight, much more flexible, and because of that you can do more with it. It also really behaves itself. So Shop Camp, $35.99 will get you the Passiflora, it will get you the Campanella, it will get you the irises, and it also will get you all of those beautiful blue, orange, and just sort of soft golds and almost like creams and cappuccinos in the butterflies. So that's the first collection for you. This is your second. Now this one's absolutely stunning. So this is Shop Nigella. So again, you've got little ladybirds and butterflies. You've got the branches on here as well. And then a whole host of beautiful florals. Then we come on to these, and I love that you've got the hearts, but they also tuck in as little petals. You've got the leaves separate. You've got these almost look like artichoke and flowers that come in with them. Then you're also going to get some beautiful butterflies in here, as you are in this next one, which is your Nigella. Oh my goodness me, how exquisite are these? So Shop Nigella gets you that one, that one, that one, and that one. Wow. Right. Now, and that one, just so you know, $34.99. Now, to make this really affordable, we've brought you some that are at lower price points.
That one's $35.99. The next one's $34.99 because it's got a smaller one in it.
Yeah, that was one we were talking about.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Can't get the staff.
Mr. Zogs. Right, here we go.
That's the problem.
He's gonna be Mr. Zog from now on. Right, if you would like shop Orchid, it's only $14.99. So these are ones that you've seen before, but we're bringing them back because they sold out, and we got asked for smaller bundles, so we're bringing you smaller bundles. 3 hours of fun and laughter. Saturday mornings are about the fun. So you're going to get the purple flowers and you're going to get our coloured orchids. Shop Orchid, they're $14.99. Right, the next one for you, Shop Jasmine, is also $14.99. You've got the extra large ones, and then you've got the delicate detailed small pink flowers to join in it. So put the two of them together. So if I just pop those two like that, $14.99. And this is what's so exciting about it, is they're jam-packed full of flowers. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 26, 20. I've lost count. There's probably 60 flowers there. How amazing is that for $14.99? So Shop Jasmine gets you those. Right, I'm going to move here to the next one because this one's Shop Royal, and this proved so popular when we did it the first time round, but we've actually brought it back. It sold out too quickly. You've been asking for them. Look at these fabulous white orchids and the leaves that are going to add in all that extra dimension, but then put those with the royal blues. The centres on these flowers look so realistic. And this clematis, they're just stunning. So Shop Royal, $14.99 again, gets you both of those. Then we've got a deal here for you because this is our Shop Colour, and this looks fabulous. You cannot get enough of these lime green flowers because they go with absolutely everything. They're little hellebores and they're just beautiful. And then you've got the coloured orchids. Those two sets together are just going to bring your work to life. So please don't miss out this one. Shop Colour is $17.99. I'm just going to go back to the beginning because a lot more of you have just joined us and you missed the brand new ones, which I need to share with you. So the Campanella. So I'm going to have to make a bit of room because this is... Oh, we've got a quiz as well, guys. We've got a couple of quizzes. In fact, let me give you those quizzes. These animals are found almost everywhere on Earth. Really?
Yeah.
This is an Andrew quiz.
It's a guess the animal. That's what it is.
Oh.
It's a guess the animal. So they need all 5 clues and then they have to guess what it is and put it in the comments.
Okay, so you've got to guess what this animal is.
Can you imagine
These
that as
animals.
a quiz question?
Ah,
Can you imagine that? These animals are more or less in every country in the world.
well, humans.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Right, everybody. So what is the animal? These animals are found almost everywhere. You can start guessing now. You might get it, see who gets it first. That's what I think. Right, 15% of Campanella has already gone. So let me show you what you've got. There's the first one where you've got these beautiful Campanella flowers. These little bumblebees. And then you've got the dragonflies, and we're going to mould them and get shape with them, which is just stunning. Then you need different sizes of flowers to make your projects really pop. So we've added in the iris. So those pinks and blues are going to look stunning together. You've then put in the butterflies, and we've also put in the passiflora. So those together, so you've got the blues in the butterflies to go here. We've got these lovely soft cappuccino colours that are in the leaves in the Campanella. You've also got the creams and that little pop of pink that's just going to bring it to life. And if you look, that little tiny bit of pink is also, there's a little tint of it just in the centre of these passion flowers. All of that, Shop Camp will get you those for $35.99. Right, the Nigella, which I'm just going to show you, is this one. So you've got the ladybirds, you've got the butterflies, you've got the stems, you've got all the flowers. Look at the lilac and the lavenders. 15% of this one has gone. So you can see here, look at the detail that we've got in these lovely, lovely florals. Imagine putting these two sets together. Now I'm just going to do that for those of you that are in the market to be able to get both of them. Look at how these colours are all going to complement each other. Putting those immediately it springs to life. So if you'd like to get Nigella, shop Nigella, $34.99. Right, I'm going to go back to where I stopped on the counter. If you want to see anything that I've not shown you, you can message us. But I'm going to come to here because we need to get to Mel, our lovely Mel Heaton. But before I do, I need to tell you about geranium, because shop geranium gets you the red geraniums and our little hellebores. Now, this, in my opinion, is the biggest worker. It's like having a worker stamp. This is a worker flower, because the lime in these flowers and the yellows and the tints of oranges and reds and pinks are going to just be your fillers. They're going to give you the backgrounds. They're going to give you the areas where you just want to add that extra little bit of detail. Geranium is $17.99, so shop geranium gets you that. We're just going to do shop film. This is your adhesive. Then you've got your white and your clear. Now in each of these you get 4 sheets, and you've got, they're A4 in size. So what you can do is you can line on top of it your rice papers, your designs, all of the things. We can transfer images onto here using this. We'll show you how to do it. Shop film, $39.99. And while we're looking at that, this might be what you want to put onto it. So first of all, look at these florals. Imagine taking any flower, in fact, any image that you have on Minecraft Studio and putting it, oh, these are going to look stunning. Putting these actually on your, oh my goodness me, I've got to show you this. So, right, you see that flower? Make your own. Make your own flowers. Here, you see this one? Make your own. Look at the leaves down here. Make your own. Look at this before we start to shape it. So we're going to use our rice paper, but you need this special adhesive to go with the PTE, which is the special material. You've got white and you've got, oh, and by the way, we painted on the white and it works brilliantly. But for the rest of this download, you're also getting complimentary backing papers, and you've got in here digital stamps, so you could put these on and then colour your own. All of that, shop selection, $9.99. That's a crazy way of doing it. So, shop film, 8 sheets in total for $39.99, and you get the adhesive with it as well, and that goes a really long way. I've also got for you, oh, sorry, that's right, I beg your pardon. So 2 lots of the things, 8 lots of film, plus if you want, no, you do get the glue with it, Andrew.
No, it might be me, I might have written it down.
Oh, okay, right, well we'll check that out for you guys, we'll just make sure we get it right.
Might be me.
Right, then what I have got for you is we've got your crystal wire. This makes such a fabulous embellishment and addition to your work. And we've got it here, and you colour it using either your watercolour markers or your alcohol markers, but you colour it, and that's why it's the shade it is.
It's fully allocated.
Oh,
that went before the show.
Oh my gosh, okay, right, forget that. We'll get more. I promise you we'll get more. We've got tools. Now, lots of people think perhaps we don't need the tools, but you do, because this is what makes the difference. First of all, this mat, when we see Mel working with it, it's not just soft, it's fine. It's, look, it just is. It's just the best thing to mould against. Wooden tools, they don't scratch, they don't get hot, they're just going to help you mould. So they are going to help you control what you're doing. The 15 by 15 centimetre pad and the 2 embossing tools with 4 different embossing heads, shop emboss, they're $17.99.
You do get hot glue with it. It was hidden in the picture, that is my bad.
Okay, so let's go back to this. Even better news for you. You do get the glue with this. So you get 8 sheets plus the glue, shop film, $39.99. Now the gel, which we've got here, is a glazing gel. So this allows you to get an extra glossy finish. If you'd like to get the glazing gel, there's 100 ml in there. Shop gel. I'm going fast now because we need to get to Mel, because then we need to come back here because that's selling so quickly.
Do you want to do a little flower now?
I just want to get to the, because you need this.
Yes, you do. This is
can't-
brilliant.
This is, so our crystals, which go in the middle of the centres of things, and you get tons of them in there. Shop crystal, there's 100 grams, $6.99. These, right guys, these are special boxes from Trasparente, Sospeso.
You've got it!
I did it!
Yes!
Trasparente. I'm practicing my Italian. I had spaghetti bolognese last night for my dinner.
I've been practicing the Italian.
Right, so you're going to get 5 of these special boxes. So Monica, the lovely lady who does this, who, by the way, she doesn't speak English, so don't anybody translate this into Italian. She's mad as a box of frogs. She is completely and utterly, she's a proper fruitcake. She's just like us. I love her to bits. She's got the most amazing YouTube channel. You must check it out because there's some fantastic stuff on this. This, guys, these are your boxes. Now, because they come to you flat packed, they are really, really sturdy. Mel and I immediately went, we need these. Listen to this.
It's like our construction weight acetate, isn't it?
It is, I think it's a different kind of material,
yeah,
but it's the same kind of weight.
More flexible.
5 of them, shop box, $19.99. You'll get a whole collection in one box. £4 each. That's
before the discount.
Yes, before discounts. And remember, everybody, all of this is before discounts. It even takes your shaped flowers. That is one collection. Now, what I love, permanent marker, write the name of the collection on the top here. So you literally, you could put the names on here. You could stack them like this. 10% of the stock has gone. I'm not going to be just using these. I need these for everything.
Stencils,
Stamps, dyes, everything.
All of it.
They are brilliant. Look at it. They're fantastic, these are. And they're so super sturdy. And when they're made up, nothing drops out because of the way the box is constructed. We'll show you how to put one together at some point. But, oh Mel, there you go.
Thank
there
you.
For you. They're just brilliant. Right, let's go for a quick demo. Don't forget, we've got a quiz. Well, guess the animal. These animals are found everywhere on Earth. Number 2, see if you can get it from this. These animals have wings. Okay? So
Easy.
But they're not birds.
but they're not birds.
They
Oh.
got clues.
Andrew, shop is Saturday morning.
Guys, just
Winger.
so Andrew's feeling pretty, pumped up this morning, and I just wanted to share with you. We don't have a dress code at work. It's pretty relaxed. As long as you're not showing any of your bits, you can wear what you like. But at weekends, it seems to get a little bit more slack. So I've just walked in to Mr. Zog's Sex Wax. I know. Just have a little look at this.
I've just walked into Mr. Zog's Sex Wax.
Well, I have. I mean, come on.
Oh, good grief.
Mr. Zog Sex Wax, honestly. Imagine following that round a supermarket.
You're going to say, imagine following that on YouTube.
Oh my goodness me.
Oh,
I'm not going down
goodness.
here because I'm embarrassed. I'm going down to lift up my chair.
There you go.
There we go. Right, good morning everybody.
Morning.
Here, let's...
Half the stock of the boxes are allocated.
Okay.
Never.
Yes. Knew that would
Oh.
happen.
Ooh.
Knew that would happen.
Right.
Right.
There will be more.
Oh, there will be more. Right, now then. So you're going to get your sheet, and it's really easy to cut these out, and you don't have to be super, super accurate, because once you start to mould them, and you can mould them over either a tea light or a heat gun. The weird thing I will say about the heat gun is, if you're going to use a heat gun, have it one that's got a stand, because by the time you've got your heat gun hot enough, gone like this, turned your heat gun off, put this down, it won't be flexible anymore.
But it also take too long.
It just takes too long. So if you've got a heat gun with a stand, you can put it in front like that. I like to use a pair of reverse tweezers and a tea light. I find that absolutely fabulous. So I've cut all these flowers out. Now what I'm going to do is just cut into the petals a little bit. And where I create a curve there, I've got this little sharp bit there. So all you're going to do is go in and just recurve that so it looks like it was cut like that in the first place. And it doesn't matter if your petal, if it doesn't make sense on the picture, it really doesn't matter, because you're going to mould these, so you're going to lose that flat shape anyway. So you're just going in and literally just cutting away little tiny pieces just to neaten it up. It's lovely. I love doing this. It's so therapeutic, guys. And I'll tell you something, there's no learning curve with this. It really is super, super, super simple to do. There was a couple of ladies on Amanda's Craft Club on Thursday afternoon came over to have a look at it. They were like, "Can you show me those flowers?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can show you," because Amanda had showed them in Craft Club. That she showed them the finished samples, and they both went, "Oh, that's it. Is that it?" I was like, "Yep, that's it." So we've snipped into it now. So I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to hold this. And this is where your reverse tweezers come in handy. So if you got the kits we were selling for the scan and cut the other week with the poker tools and the hooks and the scissors, you will get a pair of reverse tweezers, and they're quite long stemmed. So you'll be able to hold it over the light. So all you do is hold it over the flame, and you can see instantly how it starts to mould. And then you just press it down with the bowl tool.
And you could be about 3 centimetres away,
Yes,
can't you?
yes, like that. And you literally do that. There's nothing else to it. It's super, super simple. You can just, if you can do that, you can make these flowers. And then the great thing is, while it's still warm, you can pick those up and create that centre. Now, the way that I do it is, once I've got a few like that, I hold those with my tweezers, because that keeps it still then. And then we go in with the next two like that. Can you see how these aren't moving? Because I've clamped them with my tweezers. So I'm going over this one now, and it literally is as simple as that. And then you can pull these up. So now I'm going to do these. So I'm going to move my tweezers over to here and hold those in place. Honestly, it's so much fun, and you cannot get this wrong. Okay, it's impossible unless you burn it. Well, we're all grown-ups, so you're capable of sorting out your own health and safety. I think, don't you? We're all grown-ups. I hate it when you do really stupid things, and they go, "Don't do this at home."
Yeah, why would you poke yourself in the eye if it
Right?
hurts?
Why would you do that? Anyway.
So a couple of things about this that I think are really important is, first of all, there is a lovely technique being used here. The reason that the wooden tool is so important is because it isn't metal, it's not conducting heat.
No.
So it's not picking up the heat and then transferring it, so that the next time it's a little bit warmer and a little bit warmer and a little bit warmer. But look how that is stunning.
And it really is as simple as that. So let's do another white one, and then I'll show you a butterfly and a stem, because you have slightly different techniques for each one. So we'll show you. So we're going to go over the top, and you can see straight away where it's starting to heat it up, and you just press it down. Now, obviously, don't ever leave a naked flame unattended. That's just standard, isn't it? Standard rules. But I love the idea of this bit, because this means that you're not reforming each time. However, if you formed a flower 3-4 months ago, you can go back to it and reform it. So if you come back and you're like, yeah, I'm not sure about that. And the other great thing that I love about this company is that they bring you that transparent film. Now, the transparent film is glossy, super glossy. So I'll show you how to do that in a little while with the rice papers. And I will tell you now, I've found that rice paper is by far the best medium to use, unless you're using a very thin napkin. But think about all the downloads that we're bringing from Minecraft Studio and in the studio, all of those amazing, beautiful florals. You can now make your own. Just print the rice paper on a box standard inkjet printer, put a little bit of spray adhesive, the stencil spray, on the back of a piece of copy paper and attach the rice paper to it, and then feed it through your printer. It needs to be super thin, otherwise the thickness of the card stops the film from becoming flexible.
And you want them to be fine, because the thing about this, which is different to what happened with the ones from years ago, is this is super fine. It's much more elegant. Right, we've got a couple of questions coming through. Daphne.
Lovely. Hi, Daphne.
You're asking about when we're all using big scissors, the size of the scissors we use. We're all big scissor fans.
We are. But look, I have the baby. Look.
Big and small.
Big and
so
small.
we use 6-inch blades on the big ones, and then we use the little small ones, which are normally about 1.5 inches. We are going to be bringing you some Tim Holtz scissors coming up. I know we've been talking to our lovely friends, and we're going to be bringing you some stuff like that. So that's a thing, and I don't think it's going to be very long before we've got them. But yeah, we do all use big scissors because you get used to it as a technique of turning.
Yeah, you do.
And it was something that came from when we were doing decoupage all those years ago, turning your work rather than the scissors.
Absolutely. Right. Now, the best thing to glue them together with is a hot glue gun. I made this statement yesterday and I'm going to make it again today. I've been doing something creative for a living since I was 19, which will be 36 years this year. 37 years this year, and I have used a glue gun in a lot of what I've done, and I have never found a better glue gun than this one, and I'll tell you a few reasons why. First of all, the stand works, right? It's not one of those flimsy metal stands that comes undone. It works. It's cordless, so you just heat it up with a USB plug. It comes with the lead. You have an on and off switch. The worst thing you can do with a glue gun is that. Because the glue continues to melt, but it melts inside the gun. It's not good. You've got a silicone finish on here. This tip is so precise. It gets super hot, but the best thing, it doesn't burn the glue. And that's the difference. So you'll notice, I'll keep this on as we go through the show. You'll notice it does not drip. But it doesn't smell like that burning glue. It doesn't go yellow. So when you're putting things like this on glass, you don't see that yellow. So when you look through the glass and you can see the white at the back of the flower, you don't see that horrible yellow glue that looks like it's nicotine stained. It's horrible, isn't it? And the smell's awful. And you need the tiniest amount. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there. You can see, look how crystal clear that glue is.
And so this
and
is a
pops.
I'm just going to, sorry, I'm interrupting you,
fine,
Mel.
you interrupt.
This is a combination of the temperature and the wattage of how the glue actually heats, the quality of the glue, and the fact that you've got that fine nozzle. It's all of those things together. I'm going to give you the details of that because I didn't do that earlier, and I'm sorry about that.
All right, I'll wait for
but
this.
shop glue, it's $29.99, but as you heard from Mel, that will be one of the best $29.99 you spend.
Absolutely.
You get, with the glue gun, you get the glue gun, you get the charging cable and 3 glue sticks, but then in here you get an additional 50. So 50 sticks. Now, we'll come back to Mel in just a second, but I'm just going to show here. We've just got, please can you repeat how you print and make your own flowers? So we'll come back to that. Oh gosh, she's had a bit of an accident. Don't know whether it was yours or somebody else's, but hope you're all right. Daphne says, can you imagine putting those flowers on your wedding shoes, Mel?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Right.
What a great idea. Right, we're just going to go down here and then come back there because I need to give you the details of these new kits that we've got. So if you would like Campanella, this is the first one that you're going to get. Then you're also going to get the passion flowers, which are beautiful. Then you're going to get the irises, which are stunning, and you're also going to get the butterflies. So Shop Camp gets you all of those. And can I just share with you, when those butterflies are made up, look at this. That's stunning, absolutely stunning. Then the next one that we've got for you is this one, and this is the one that you've just seen Mel working with. Shop Nigella, and you're going to get, again, you've got smaller butterflies, ladybirds, lots of different details. She's been literally snipping into these flowers. So although they look substantial, what you're getting is a real wow factor with them. Plus, you're also going to get more butterflies, these lovely leaves, and you'll notice how everything's fabulously colour coordinated. And then there's the last one in this collection. So you've got Nigella, which is this one. So that one, and that one is $34.99. And then this one, which is your Campanella, is $35.99. So Shop Nigella, Shop Camp gets you each of those by choice.
20% of both.
20% of both of them has gone. Okay, right, let's go back to Mel and talk about, can we just go through how you make your own? Because, and I'll give you the details here. So you do get the glue with this. You're going to get 8 sheets, 4 transparent and 4 of the white. Shop Film, and that's $39.99. And we're going to go to Mel. She's just going to show you now how this works. But before we get right there, I want to mention this, because these are the storage boxes. Shop Box, $19.99. Mel, have you got one to show
5,
everybody?
yeah.
Less than 10 of the boxes left.
Oh my gosh, less than 10 left.
Right,
wow.
bear with, I need more hands.
Oh.
Hang on.
It's starting to look like my desk, this.
I know, but it's on the floor.
Oh, well, that's me too.
Bear with.
But this is, you store a whole collection in here. So all the flowers and the made up or cut, because they don't fall out, because all the corners are actually made, and look at how far the sides come in. So you're not going to lose a little flower down the side there or out of these corners, even if it's just been cut. But a whole collection, permanent marker, put it on here so that you can then write the name of the collection on there. You can then keep a library of all of the sheets and what you've actually got in your collection, so you know what flowers you've got. Right, so Shop Box, $19.99 gets you 5 of those, and we're addicted to them, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, I love them. I think they're a fabulous quality box as well, aren't they? Which is really cool. Right, so to do your own, now on the white, you will literally print off your rice paper and put it on top. Okay, and then what you can do with the white is use the glaze over the top, the gel medium, because that adds the shine. Because obviously rice paper is matte, as are napkins. So if you want to make that shiny afterwards, you're going to add that glaze. You might need to do 2 or 3 layers. If you're doing the transparent one, so the difference between the two is that when you see David do base coat, a piece that he's going to put a rice paper on top of, and he does it in white, that's to make the colour pop. If you want to keep the translucency of the rice paper, then you're going to use it on the clear one. And it's super, super easy to do. I mean, again, not really any technique, but we'll show you. So we're going to put a piece, open the bottle, and we're just going to put a line of it right the way across the top like that, okay? And then we're going to take a piece of our cut and use foam from Cadence. This is perfect because you're going to use this side for applying the glue, and you're going to use that side for smoothing the rice paper down. So it's super easy to do. And picking it up on this foam means that you've got a good applicator that you can hold easily. You want to get right to the edges of that A4 sheet and then just pull this glue down a little bit like you do when you're retacking your scan and cut mat. Just a little bit like that, okay? So we're going to pull this glue down and we're going to come all the way down. Now you don't need a thick layer. You need enough glue for the rice paper to hold on to it, but you don't need a really thick layer. And then I'm going to turn this round because it's easier to do it this way because I can hold it on this side. And just when you think you might need to add more glue, press your sponge down, because this sponge only takes it, can you see how it's not just flooding this foam with that glue, it's holding it on that surface. So when you press it down, it releases. Look at all this glue from that one line, and I could probably do another half a sheet out of this. So it's everything about this product is top quality, and top quality product means you need less of it. Think about the pigmenting cadence. You don't need a lot of that paint to get that vibrancy of colour because the pigment level is phenomenal. This glue is the same. So with that one line of glue, I've done a whole sheet. Now make sure you haven't got any patchy bits because you want everything to stick flat, and just literally then go over it like that.
Yeah, I've got a couple of patchy bits which you can't see.
I can't see because I'm working over the sunlight. There you go. So work on the top of a piece of black card. There's a top tip. Right, and then we're going to go there. I've got it?
Yep.
Lovely. Right, so then all you're going to do is take your rice paper. Now, I just went into my craft studio with the designer selection and made my own decoupage sheet. You can fill it, just put the margin on your Minecraft Studio, and then you know that none of the flowers are hanging over the top because you don't want to waste any. And then you're just going to position it down. So you're lining it up on top of that transparency and let it fall down. And then you're going to take the opposite side of this and you're going to do it like you're wallpapering. When you start in the middle and you work out like that. So the other side of this foam, and you get a full A4 sheet and it's washable, you're going to then use to get any air bubbles out of your paper. And it's as simple as that. It really is that easy to do. So this foam is perfect because not only are you going to use it to apply it, you're going to use it to smooth it down as well. And then you leave it to dry. And if I turn this over now,
leave it to dry
well, if you turn it over now, you can see the lines of the glue. Can you see where the lines of the glue are there? You can see that once that disappears, it's dry. So I would say probably half an hour.
Okay.
And then you end up with something like this. And then all you're going to do is take your scissors, and if you want to get that frilly edge, hold your scissors open and close them slowly as you wiggle. That's you, isn't it, with your painting? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And you'll get that fluted edge, okay? And then we cut up, and then we go around and we wiggle again, and then we cut down. Try not get any of the transparency on. It doesn't matter if you do, you don't have to be that accurate. But because we've now got rice paper on it, you don't want to see those white bits. So a little bit more time and a little bit more precision than if you're buying the pre-printed sheets, because obviously that's bonded to the PET sheets. So this is a slightly different technique, but exactly the same when you're moulding it. So I've got that now, and you can see I've got those lovely fluted edges on there. So I've managed to get that shape in there, and then we're just going to cut into that petal like that and just get rid of that little tiny, and it is a tiny piece just there. And then we'll cut into this one as well, and then we'll just get rid of that bit. And then all you're going to do, if I just bring back in my tea light and my tools and my mat, and this mat is brilliant. The mat and the tools for me are essentials. My granddad always taught me, buy the best tools that you can afford and buy the right tools for the right job, because you'll get the best results. Yeah, so I'm going to go over. Look how it's turning in the opposite direction because of the rice paper. So you're going to push it down and press like that. Let's see what happens if we burn it on that side. It goes down the original way. So whichever way you prefer, really doesn't matter. Just be aware that you are working with a naked flame. So look how it lifts it up. Now it's lifting it away from it, which is brilliant, because it means you're not getting, it's taking the rice paper away from the flame. And then if you heat the middle,
4 centimetres away from that,
just press
flame
that.
Though.
Look at that. Now then, I've been banging on, and I'm sure Stephanie's been banging on, and David and Amanda, about building your digital library.
Yeah.
This is when, so now your Minecraft Studio files can work with your sublimation printer. They can work on your rice papers. They can work with your regular crafting with your papers. So for example, I printed off one of the papers that goes with these collections a few minutes ago, and look how these work. You can use them with your scan and cut to create cutting files. So what's wonderful about here at Highlight Crafts is we're building you this digital library, but we're also taking that digital library in different directions with the other things that we bring you, which is really, really exciting. Your digistamps with your pyrography, your digistamps with your sketch, all of these different things. So that one purchase of a download, you can use on 6 or 7 different techniques that we bring you here from Highlight Crafts. That's good value for money, because that $14.99 that you pay for a download, you divide that by 7, you're at £2 per technique. That's amazing. Yeah. There's nothing worse than buying a one-stop shop craft product where you literally can do one thing with it. This gives you a multitude of opportunities, which is really exciting. And you can have them in the size that you want, and you can have them in the colour that you want, and you can have them when you want them, as long as you've got the sheets.
We once bought a tagine, and we got to the till, and it was a lot more money than we thought it was going to be. A lot more money. That's not good, it was one of those where it was like, how much? But there was a big queue behind us, so we didn't want to say we didn't want it. So we got outside the shop and went, have we really just paid? And I'll tell you, it was £89 for a tagine. Have we really just paid that? I think we thought it was going to be $19.99. Should we take it back? And we looked at the queue and went, no, we'll come back another day. Anyway, we never did take it back. But that tagine, the first time we used it, cost us £89. Though 89 cost us £90. The second time we used it, it was £45 per use. The third time we used it, it was £22.50. And do you know what now? It hasn't really cost us anything because we've used it so many times. So don't think about what you're spending now, thinking about how many times you're going to use it.
Absolutely.
So we've got a few people asking how to shop, so I need to explain that. Would you mind getting ready to show this? Because we're also getting people asking that.
Yes, absolutely.
And then Andrew's told me I need to give you all the clues for the animal. And we are here for a whole other hour because there's so much more to share with you. There is. So, first of all, for those of you that haven't shopped with us before, it's super easy. All you need to do is type into the comments. So where you typed, how do I shop? You type in there the word shop, followed by, for instance, if you want the storage, the word box. So I will give you a code, or we will give you a code, or Andrew will put on the screen the code for each item. But precede that code with the word shop box. Then this amazing system picks it up, and what happens then is it automatically goes into your basket. I mean, it's so clever. Then at the end of the show, now for those of you that haven't shopped with us before, this is really important. Please, you get taken to our Highlight Crafts website, and it happens automatically when you click on your little basket. When you get there, make sure that you join our club. It's really easy. It'll just say, it gives you the option to do it straight away. It's free. You then start collecting points, but you get a discount. So you're not going to pay $19.99 today because your discount starts straight away, as long as you register and log in. Yeah. Once you've done that, it's super easy because then you start saving money and collecting points. Now, a few things. Andrew's just asked us to give you all the clues for our thing. Every hour we do this little, well, most hours we do this little bit of a thing. It's just for fun. Somebody's going to win something. So this is, I guess, the animal quiz. So the clues are, these animals are found almost everywhere on Earth. Oh, do you know what? I was laughing when I read some of the comments because you guys guessed flies. Oh my goodness, aren't they a pain? Oh. They're such a oof. But that's not the answer. These animals have wings. There are over 1,300 species of this animal. Wow. The animal sleeps upside down. That gives it away for me. It's a wombat. This animal is associated with Dracula.
It used to terrify me, Dracula, as a kid.
Did it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They're all your clues for you, everybody. And anyway, most of the time I just tell you because it saves you going away and using Google. So just type that. Right, Mel, you were talking about downloads.
Yes.
We need you to just go through what you get in this download.
Yeah.
Because it's the one you've used,
It
isn't
is,
it?
yeah, absolutely. And it's $9.99. Now, don't think just because these are on stems that you can't use these, because you can. I'm going to show you how to do a stem in a minute, because the iris come on stems as well. It's just about positioning the heat. So you've got these lovely little bouquets, and then what we do with Macro Studio is we break it down into elements. So here you can see you've got the rose head. You've then got the one that's starting to open, you've got the bud, and then you've got the tightly closed bud, and then you've got the leaves. So you're going to get all of these florals. Then you're also going to get these florals, and look with the bird, so you can absolutely go in and sculpt the bird. That would look amazing on a photograph frame or on the front of a card, just very gently heated and moulded. You've got the little flower that comes out of here. You've got the leaves that come out of here, so everything coordinates. And then you've got these wonderful iris. Now, I mean, if you do these quite big, once you've formed them, you could do 2 or 3 and put them together and put a stem down the middle if that's what you wanted to do. You could do the same with the butterflies. So get a piece of wire, mould your butterfly, put it down the thorax, down the body of that butterfly with hot glue, and then stick the other one over the top, and they could flutter. So you could have them outside in your garden, just here and there. I think they'd look absolutely lovely. So you're going to get all of those. Then you're also going to get all your digi-stamps, so you can download these and colour them in if that's what you wanted to do. Now, if you're going to colour onto your transparency, I think you probably have to use an alcohol marker or something like a hybrid paint.
Well, the Cadence hybrid paint works perfectly because I tried painting on it and it works
molded.
brilliantly.
Yes, it did.
And also, if you use the alcohol markers, we've tested that.
Yes.
But test and experiment. Use a little corner of the waste.
Absolutely.
And test.
Or print them on your rice paper and colour them in on your rice paper.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then look at these beautiful papers. I mean, these are just stunningly beautiful. Just go out and buy yourself some really inexpensive vases, plant pots, little containers, photo frames. Absolutely delightful.
Could you imagine those?
Well, they are.
It just rice papered inside here. And then, in fact, we've got
Well,
one,
I've done one
haven't
with
we?
mirror spray and gold leaf.
Oh, here we
There you
go. Look at
Another
these,
one there.
guys. That is just stunning. Look at it. Just beautiful. And then, can I show you this one? Because that's taken a really just average looking reed diffuser and made it look amazing. That just looks, we're going to start selling the reeds for these.
Yes, please.
Because I've got some really good quality ones. So there, look at that. Right, guys, we've got a few questions.
Lovely.
And we are going to be going into our next hour in just a moment. But first of all, I'm going to take you down here. We're being asked about cutting these out on the Scan and Cut. So I want to just explain to you that...
I knew that would happen.
Yes.
I was waiting for it.
So Mel's going to tell you how to, but then I'm going to put a caveat in here.
Right, we'll do the caveat first, please.
So the caveat is that we do not own this artwork,
No.
so you cannot save it. So we've got, you can make something and you sell it, but we don't own it. So, and that Monica, the lady who is the crazy lady, Italian, who's amazing. I love her to bits. Oh, and can I just say, I've got goosebumps because she sent me the most lovely, lovely email. I didn't know if you know, I've been practicing my Italian, so I had spaghetti bolognese last night for my dinner. But she invited me to go to Rome, which I thought would be really exciting. I know, but I can't speak the language and she doesn't speak English, so that would be interesting. But anyway, she is fiercely protective of this product because there are lots of copycat products. But what she's done is she's found exactly the right material. She's patented certain elements of it. And she's chosen us to work with, and she sent me the email she sent, which I'll get a bit of it and read it to you sometime. She said, she obviously used Google Translate. I am so happy and I am so proud of how you shared my product.
Oh, that's lovely.
And how you are just like me, because you want people to make the best they can and be the best they can.
Oh, I've got goosebumps
I
now.
know. How lovely is that from somebody who has protected it? Now, so she then made us distributors of the product. Now, we're not going to put this everywhere. We're not selling it to loads of shops. We're selling it to you. So this is a partnership between Monica and us and you. And that's the best bit. Right, I'm just going to go nip down here.
Yep.
Just remind you of these 2 new collections. We'll go through everything at the end. We're going to do a spin the wheel. So, Andrew, could you do a pick as a draw as a winner?
Yeah.
So, first of all, Shop Camp gets you the butterfly, the blue butterflies, the irises, and please keep a note of these numbers up in this top corner, in the top right hand corner, because that is the number of the artwork of the design that you're actually getting. Then you've got this one, and you get this one. So, and I don't know where that one's come from. Where have I got that from?
It's part of one of the kits.
No, it's these 4. This one, this one. So you get Passiflora, you get Campanella, you get your blue butterflies, and you get your irises. Shop Camp, that is $35.99. Now this one is Shop Nigella. So you're going to get the butterflies and florals. You're going to get the flowers, leaves, and the little hearts. I love these ones. You're also going to get the orchids and the butterflies, and then you're going to get the Nigella. So Shop Nigella or Shop Camp for each of those. Nigella's $34.99, Camp is $35.99. Then we've got some really inexpensive sets for you to try. So Shop Orchid is $14.99, and you'll get all those orchids. Then the next one is Shop Jasmine, and you'll get all of those. Then we've got, and these are all $14.99, everybody. Shop Royal, exquisite. These are just beautiful. Then Shop Colour, this one is $17.99. These are all your worker flowers. So $17.99 for that one. Then I'm going to come, so Shop Colour for this one. Shop Geranium gets you all of these. Then Shop Film. Now, some of you have even decided not to buy the flowers, but to make your own, which I'm really impressed with. So Shop Film gets you 4 sheets of the white, 4 sheets of the clear, and you also get 100 mils of the adhesive. That's going to last you ages. So we'll bring you sheets separately in the next time. You get your embossing pad, which is 15 by 15, and the tools. Shop Emboss for those, 4 sides. Look, isn't it nice to have the tools with the brand on them?
Yeah,
to know that you've actually got the real thing.
And the wood's important because metal could scratch them, but also stick to the metal.
And also it transfers the heat.
Yeah, absolutely.
The gel, if you want to get the glaze on there, Shop Gel, 100 mils for $12.99. These are the little crystals that are in the centres of some of the flowers, which are in here. Let me show you these. So they're the little crystals, Shop Crystal, and you get 100 grams of those. Then our box, which are storage, which we'll look at again with Mel. If you stop box, it's $19.99. Our glue gun and glue sticks are Shop Glue, $29.99. Then we've got a little kit for you, which has got your green floristry tape, your snips, and your bamboo reeds. All of those. Shop Kit, $15.99.
If you've got the sugar wire in your basket, you need that kit. Because
Yeah.
wrapping the sugar wire around the bamboo gives you those really nice fine curls. And also you want the wire snippers to cut that. Don't go cutting them with your scissors. You're better with the wire snips for those
Yeah.
as well.
And then you're going to get 2 medium and 2 of the large jars for £17.99, and the saving £11.97. That is crazy, because that's 4 jars for £17.99.
Yep.
Shop jar. And then we've got our rice paper, our printable rice paper. You get a pack of 20 sheets here for £12.99. Right, Andrew, do we have a winner?
Geraldine Dent.
Geraldine,
Well done, Geraldine.
Congratulations, you have just won. Let's just see what you're going to win. I'm just doing a quick one. Number 6, you have just won 250 points.
Yay!
Wow,
Well done, Geraldine.
we'll get those added to your account for you.
Make
Please,
sure
can
she
you
emails
email
us,
us? Yes. We'll just have a quick little look at a couple of pieces.
So that's one of the large jars. So a mirror spray.
Oh, yes, it looks bigger when it's
does,
decorated.
yeah, because it's got the flowers on top. So I did the mirror spray inside, and then I put the Mixi-on glue on the outside and used the gold leaf that we've been, the metal leaf that we've been bringing you. And then I also used the metal leaf and the mixing on the cork lid. And I was amazed that it worked, because normally cork is very, it drinks in whatever you put on top of it. But that is brilliant. And look at the difference from a plain simple jar to something like that. You could fill that with bath salts. And what a wonderful gift that would be.
That's like a £45–50 gift.
Right.
Instead of putting these on the side. So this little jar, how much did you say it cost? Was it £4.50?
£4.50. It was reduced from £6.50.
Right, £4.50. Put that butterfly on top. That's become £14.99.
Absolutely.
And Daphne made a comment, and I couldn't agree with you more, because it immediately brought back memories of my lovely mum. She said, this looks like Capodimonte. Oh my goodness me, you absolutely have hit the nail on the head. It looks like the finest porcelain that has been made out of really thin, fine porcelain. It's quite incredible
It's amazing.
how realistic it looks.
They're phenomenal. But the best thing about it is they're so easy to make.
And it's almost faultless, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
Right, guys, so if you're joining us for the first time and you've literally just tuned in, because we're in another new hour, Saturday mornings are always a bit of fun. So we have a smaller team in. We do what we like anyway. If you haven't seen one of our shows before, please don't compare us with anything else. I think that's the best way of saying it, because we are not super slick.
No, we're not.
We are just us. Next weekend, we're going to have an hour in the kitchen. Oh my gosh, we are already planning what we're cooking for you. We're going to put the recipes out as a download.
Oh,
yes,
I'll
we're
get to
going
watch
to. That'll make it even more fun, won't it? And we're going to have a tasting session. You can then comment. It's not going to be the whole show. We're still crafting. We've got loads of crafty stuff going on, but we just thought it'd be a bit of fun. We're going to show you how to craft your food.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to do a few little tricks that you can
fabulous.
do, which I learnt. So we're going to be doing that, but when you join us, you're watching us here live. So this is what we call our live social shopping. So I'd like you to meet the team. We've got the lovely Amber is on cameras. Andrew is our producer director. It's because I looked at Mr. Zog again. He's wearing a T-shirt that says Mr. Zog's Sex Wax, and I didn't see it until he's at his screen doing his producing bit. And our lovely Mel is our expert, and David, who's coming up in the next hour, is next door. Myself, Stephanie, we're your team for this morning, and you can message us, ask us questions. We'll do our best to answer them. I don't have George Clooney's phone number, but if anybody out there does, then please
pass it on.
Yeah, we'll have it. He's aging really well, I think. And we just like to have a bit of fun while we're being creative. That's what it's about. Now, it's easy to shop with us. All you do is you type in the comments where you're seeing everybody saying hello to each other. Type it. He's ringing me.
Is he?
Yeah, my phone's ringing. Right, wrong number.
Oh, no.
Somebody's
Brilliant.
trying to sell me energy. So what we need to do is you need to type in the comments the word shop followed by the code. So I've just given you all the codes. Andrew will keep putting them up on the screen for you. If there's anything in particular you want to know about, just ask us a question. And in the meantime, we're going to go straight over to Mel. At the end of the show, to get your happy post sent to you, all you do is check out. We'll send you a little message. Check out, add other things to your basket while you're on the website, because Mel's been talking about a couple of different things. You'll find them on there. You can add things, take them out. It's a bit like doing a supermarket shop. It could not be easier, but make sure you've joined the club, because the discount that you get is applied today, and none of the prices that I'm telling you have got discounts on them. So you're going to pay less than the price that I'm sharing now. Right, let's go back to Mel and do some more stuff. Oh, guess the film. Right, Andrew wants us to do these because he's made them up. So, this one, guess the film. This film was originally released in the 1980s. Mm-hmm. When was Dirty Dancing released? That was the 70s, wasn't it?
No, I want to say 87.
Really?
87, yeah, it wasn't the 70s because I remember it coming out.
Oh,
I might watch that again this weekend.
Yeah.
Last night I watched The Greatest Showman and Chocolat. If you've never seen Chocolat, oh, it's a lovely film. And Johnny Depp in it is...
I love his number as well.
There's no words for that man in that film.
So this film was originally released in the 1980s. And then this film had a remake that was released in 2011. Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Right, what are we doing?
Right, so I want to show you how to do one that's on a stem, and I want to show you how to do an iris and a butterfly, if that's all right. So we're going to hold this at the top of there, because what we want to do is try and keep this stem straight. So I'm holding it like this over my tweezers. And then I'm going to take my tools. Can you just grab me the tools?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Amber's got them. Thank you.
And we have had a request to show the gel after this, if possible.
That's exactly what I'm working up to.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to position one of the little buds over the top, turn it over, and press it down. I know you're waiting for more, aren't you? That's it. Go over there, melt the bud, press it down. Over to this one, let the bud start to soften, and then into there, and then go right into that middle bit down there and just press. And then you can mould them back, but your stem is still perfectly straight. Now doing these on here, I'm going to put my tweezers this way, okay? And I'm going to hold that out of the way. So I'm going to keep that flat under there. I'm going to go up to here. Remember, if you're not happy using a tea light, I know there was a comment from a couple of people last time that went, oh, I'm not good with a tea light. You can use a heat gun. Just try and get a heat gun that has a stand, because what you want to do, this is, it solidifies again, so it goes back to the original rigidity quite quickly. So if you've got a heat gun, you're getting it up to temperature, then you've then got your flour, you heat your flour, you turn your heat gun off, you put it down. By that time, it's not flexible anymore. So if you've got a heat gun, make sure it's got a stand, and you can literally do that. I don't have any problems working with the tea lights. In my world, we're all grown-ups, aren't we? So we can make our own decisions. Right, now a butterfly's interesting. So we're going to grab it in the middle of the butterfly, okay, like so. We're going to go over the top like this, and then you're just going to get the largest ball tool and roll it across the wing. Go back into the bottom one, so to the bottom piece, again, use that, like that. Now then, while you've got it on the thorax like that, you're going to turn it over and you're going to bend that upwards slightly, and that gives you that shape of your wing. You're going to turn it back round again. You're going to go back with this wing, melt them both if you can, and then just that and that, turn it over, lift it, and you've got your beautiful butterfly still with its antenna in place. That's the thing. Now, you were asking before how to cut these on your scan and cut. The only way to do these is what we're not allowed to do, because this product is copyrighted, is to save it into the machine's memory, because you can't just put the transparent sheet on a mat because it's transparent.
But if we save it and delete it, we're not saving it in the memory. So you can delete it after you've saved it. after you've put it in.
Yeah.
Right, so if you save it and delete it so that you're not using it for something else.
Right, so you're
then,
not using the shape.
Yes.
Right, got you.
That's
right,
it.
So,
that's
this is the way we
now
do
we
it.
need to explain that for us, please.
And I'll show you the process as well on Tuesday in the scan and cut
Right,
shows, because we can get this added to that.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit more, not long-winded, but there's a little bit more to it than just scanning it in. So you're going to get your scanning mat and you're going to put it in so that it's colour side up. And you're going to scan that in. And when you've scanned it in, you're going to scan to cut data. Okay, so you're creating cutting files. So you scan it in on your scanning mat, and then it will come up on your screen, and you've got 3 options: the outside edge, either side of every line, or the middle of every line. So you're going to choose the first option. Drag the arrows over the little bit of writing at the bottom, and then it will find most of the shapes. If there's somewhere it's gone inside and it's cutting into petals, delete it. All right, don't let it cut that bit. You'll have to cut that out by scissors because it can't see it. Especially on something like this, for example, where it's white against a white scanning mat. Doesn't work perfectly, but most of them are good. So once you've saved it, you're going to recall it, get rid of all the little barcodes and the brand labels at the top from the cutting file, any extra stray bits that are left at the bottom, and then group it together. Then when you're putting it on your scan and cut mat, you're going to put it so the colour is facing down. Because if you put it the other way, the transfer will stick to the mat and it'll pull when you take it off your mat. So you're going to put it down so that the colour side is down on your mat, put a piece of mylar or paper over the top and burnish it down. You need to make your mat nice and sticky because it's plastic. Then what you're going to do is you're going to group that cutting file and flip it, and then you're going to scan the sheet in and lay that cutting file over the top. I'll do a full demonstration start to finish on Tuesday.
What time?
Back to normal, we're on at 8, 12 and 6. So I'll try and do it in each one.
Right.
So we've got something for you to see, and that will be, it is quite easy to do, but there's a little bit of a flip and you've got to work around the product, if you like. It's not as easy as just scanning something in and cutting it out, because any scanner needs contrast. So we've got to work out how we make that contrast. Right, so I've now got my little flower. I've done a leaf and I've got another little leaf somewhere. So let me just show you this. Now I've already moulded this one. However, I can go back in with this and remould it. So look, it's starting to melt back into, look at it. It's flexible, it's so cool. And it's the easiest thing to do. It really is super, super, super simple. And you're just literally pressing down and then just pull that up slightly at the sides like that, so that you then get that leaf, and that leaf is now going to go on there like that. All right, so we're going to pop that on. I'll just grab my glue gun because I put it back on. We've got
some more questions, Mel.
Lovely.
So you're guessing the films, but you've not got it right yet. So Marina says,
I'm just going to go and get a different glue gun.
Okay, will it work if you scanned it with black card underneath?
No, because some of the bits are black on the edges.
Right, okay, so
I've tried all the different options and I will absolutely show you. So let me just grab another glue gun.
While Mel's doing that, I'm just going to give you a couple more things. So guys, a lot of you are watching us for the first time. So let me just share a few things. Is first of all, we are not this super slick channel. We are crafters like you guys. And I've said this multiple times. Look, I've got my cup of tea here. Well, it's not, you guys don't think it's really a cup of tea because I have it like this, look. Amber's got a Ribena. Is it Ribena?
It's summer fruits.
She's got the posh stuff, summer fruits. Andrew, what have you got?
I had a coffee.
It's proper coffee. So we're just real people. We're real people within this building, hundreds of years worth of experience in the craft industry. And this is the difference between us being here and able to talk to you and being on another channel. First of all, there's nobody telling us to move on. We ignore Andrew. Then we've got...
I don't know.
A pug's not long enough.
Not long enough. I need to go and get another gun.
So she's going to get another one. Get one out of the academy.
What do you need?
Can I pinch one at that one?
Do you need a
Yes.
charger?
I need a glue gun.
She needs a glue gun. That one will be used.
Can I use this one?
But we need to write. We get into trouble for
no,
doing
we'll
this.
write it off.
We'll
promise.
make sure it comes off the stock list. Right, guys, so let me so you can see we're random. We're super random. we talk to you. We tell your stories as well as our own.
Absolutely.
But with hundreds of years worth of experience, we want to share that with you. Now, things like sublimation printing. 40 years ago, I worked on some of the first sublimation printing in the country, in the world actually, with Lycra, the DuPont brand, and an Italian company.
Right, we're on.
And so we're passing all those secrets on. There's nobody, we're not scared to say to you, that pot came from Tesco's.
No.
If we can't sell it, then we're going to tell you where to buy it. One of our lovely ladies, who I was just reading the message, but I didn't read her name, and I'm going to now, has just messaged us. Sue has just been talking about craft artists. Now, you know, we use My Craft Studio, but if what you're familiar with is something else, and it makes your journey more pleasurable, more fun, easier, then that's what we want you to do. So we're not scared of that bit. We're not going to tell you this is the only way to do it unless it's the way that works. The other part about it is that you can ask us anything. If we know the answer, we will try and help you, even if it isn't related to what we do. We have a helpline, help@highlightcrafts.com. Now, we try and answer it all the time. We have special clubs. So Mel has one for the scan and cut. Diane has one for My Craft Studio. I have one for painting. David has one for cadence. You can join one of those clubs if you'd like to. You can actually, you gain points and you get discounts with every single time you shop. And we also have other celebrity guests. So we have our lovely John Lockwood, who's here on Monday.
Yeah. I've missed John.
Yeah, I have too. Yeah. He's not been that well. Then the other thing is, don't forget to check out liveshopping.vip. So I'm just going to tell you the places you can find us. Liveshopping.vip, you'll find all our, what we call our celebrity guests, because when they're on there, they can give you a discount. They decide how much you save and they'll tell you about it straight away. We can pass on our savings because we're part of here and we're not giving that money to somebody else. We can then also share with you all these amazing products that we bring, but we'll always try and bring a product that's got more life to it. So we're not going to abandon you if you're a CM user for the scan and cut because you bought it 6 years ago. We stay with you all the way through the journey. So stick with us, give us a chance, tell your friends about us. We are a little bit Marmite, because if you like it was super slick, when you're not going to get that. No, but sometimes it's good to see it go wrong and see how to put it right.
Well, absolutely.
That's not warmed up yet, is it?
Not yet, no. So we'll do the gel. All right. Well, first of all, we'll do an iris, because I want to show you how to do the iris, because it's a little bit more. There's a little bit more to it. You've got to think about the shape of the flower a little bit more with this. So, Ron, what are you laughing at?
Andrew says he's not sure why he's here. Just so you know, he's commenting as Hannah. He's not Hannah. It's not Hannah, is it?
It showed that they see it as highlight crafts.
Well, Hannah's just commented.
Yeah, no, that is me. But when they see it on Facebook, it comes as highlight.
Ah, okay.
Right, so I'm just snipping into this lovely orchid here, and we're going to do a different centre. So just snip in, just literally go in between the layers of the petals. So here, for example, I can go in there. I'm just going to just go down a little bit further into there, and then just snip away that extra little bit, so it looks like when you bought it, it was snipped into. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this and we're going to do it a section at a time. So hold it firmly with your reverse tweezers, go over and do a section at a time. So that bit first, take it down and just roll across the back, okay? Then we'll do this petal here. So we're going to do this one. And you can use any size of your tool. If you want more detail, you can go in and really get that shape into the edge of those flowers if that's what you want to do. Then we'll do that one and we'll roll that. So literally rolling it like that. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that, but the professional finish that you get
You've got fluff on your nose.
Have I?
Yeah, no, you haven't now.
I don't know where that's come from.
Have I got green in my teeth?
No.
I don't know, I would because I didn't have any green, but that's like...
Well, I've had my smoothie this morning. I've been really good today, yeah. I had blueberry and strawberry smoothie this morning because we're going straight into teaching after this, aren't we?
Oh, we are. We've got an academy class and it's so excited.
I know, I'm very excited about it. I haven't done an academy class for ages. I'm very excited about that. Right, so we've got that. And then you can, again, just go in. Now there, I want to snip in a little bit more. So if you think, oh, well, yeah, that looks a bit bulky there, I'm just going to snip into it. Just snip into that little piece there. And then you can go in and just reheat it. And that's the great thing about it. You can reheat this material. And then if you just hold it over the flame, let that centre just go a little bit softer and then push down.
Can you just, Amber, would you be able to get a shot of Mel holding it over the flame so people can see how high she's holding it? Because it's much higher than you think it is.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to go too low down because it's going to fold over. So you can go, look, like this. About quite 4 centimetres.
Yeah, it's quite high, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. But the naked flame makes it real a high heat. So it means that it will manipulate really quickly. So if I wanted to go in and do more detail in that one, I can use the smallest of the ball tools. And do you know what I really love about this company and respect? And I haven't met Monica, but I've heard a lot about her, is the fact that they haven't brought you 4 tools and charged you for 4. They've bought you two tools.
Double-ended.
Which are double-ended. And these are brilliant because they don't conduct heat. So you can go in there, and they also don't stick to the plastic, which is important. So you're just going to press down. It couldn't be any easier than this. I mean, this is just crazy easy. It's probably one of the easiest crafts you'll ever do, but it's one of the most satisfying because the results that you get are incredible. When Stephanie showed me this, I mean, I'd seen something similar, you know, quite a long time ago, and I tried it and I didn't have very good results.
Well, it wasn't as user-friendly, and it wasn't as fine as this. This really does look like porcelain when it's finished.
They're absolutely beautiful. And then if you wanted to, you could put that one inside there. I don't know whether this glue gun's... Oh, yeah, we are. They're hot enough now, look. So we've got that, and that's going to go on there. You know what I should have done, don't you? Bought my power bank in. That's what Andrew's bought now.
I know.
We've got power banks as well. So that would be your iris like that. How stunningly beautiful is that? Now then, let me show you the gel. Oh no, let me show you a leaf as well, because we've got leaves that go with these, which are lovely. Honestly, there's so much to share with you, and I'm very excited. And I promise, because I know you're asking about scan and cut, I will show you how to do it on Tuesday, because we're back to normal next week. We've had our bank holiday bonanza this week, where we did 3 days of happy hours. We're back to our regular destination slot on Tuesday, and I'm going to tell you.
Go on, what
the MDF's back in stock on Tuesday, the oddities box.
Yeah.
So if you missed out, you'll be able to get it on Tuesday. We haven't got a massive amount of stock, but we've got more than we had before. So we're just now pressing into that leaf. And again, if you want to put more detail in, go in. You can keep going back. That's the great thing. It's not a do it, and if you don't do it right, it's ruined. It literally is. You can just bend it. And then I'm going to bend it that way and just push that around my little tweezers like that. How fabulous is that? And then that can go behind that flower. Right, so let's stick that there because I quite like that. I know it's not an iris leaf, but I like it. I don't mind. So we're going to pop that on there, and then I'm going to show you the gel and the crystals, because this takes it to a whole different level.
It does.
This, for me, takes it into the world of jewellery because it's lovely.
So Kathy has asked what you need to get started, and I'll go down the counter and help you with that in a minute.
Right.
If that's okay, just
Perfect.
if we do
So we'll do the gel.
Yeah.
So all you're going to do is use it directly from this container, and it's very glutinous. And all I'm going to do is squeeze that, and you'll see it start to drop. And then once you've got a decent drop there, stop squeezing, and then squeeze again like that, and just let that go into the centre. That's all you need. Now then, we have these little crystals, and these are beautiful. They're actually glass, but they're not sharp. Look, I can do this and it's not going to cut me. And then you're going to pick these up, and you're just going to drop them into that gel. Now they will sink slightly, so you might have to go in and just tip it off and then go in and add extra little bits where you need them, and it looks like the colour disappears. When that gel dries, they come back to this. So you could then, if you wanted to, put a few of these in a little, those little round
tubs,
little containers, the little round containers. Put some of those in each one and drop a drop of alcohol ink in each one, and you can have them in all different colours. So we bring you a set of those 50 containers.
We do. We have them on the website. I need to do that.
Right.
But also, Amanda does some gems, doesn't she? She does the rhinestones.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
could use those,
yes,
couldn't
you? Could.
You?
And then, and I haven't got a tool that's good enough for this, you can put it on the petals as well.
And you can make
that
look
your
like...
own. If you've got,
would that look like raindrops?
Yes, you know those little glue applicators that we have? They're perfect for that. And then you can just, and look, that's just exquisitely beautiful. You put another little leaf in there, maybe pop a butterfly on top of it. So let's do one of the little white butterflies, because this will work, like the little cabbage rose butterflies. We'll do one of these, and then you could pop that on, a brooch back on that. It would look absolutely stunning. And you know what? Even if 100 people made that brooch with the same flowers, every single one of them will be different. So what you're making is unique jewellery in the world. So nobody else will have what you have. That's really special. That's where normally you pay a premium. You're not paying a premium here because you're getting these beautiful, look, you can pop that just on there. Let's do that. Let's pop this on there.
Wow.
Just glorious. So, bit of hot glue. Please get this glue gun if you can stretch to it, because it doesn't drip. Glue gun will always string, but I just touched that glue then on my hand. It's there. You can see on my finger. Didn't burn me. No, because it gets to just the right temperature to melt it. It doesn't overheat it, so you don't get that horrible smell. And then look how beautiful that looks.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty? Absolutely gorgeous. These on brides' headbands or bridesmaids.
I'm just thinking
would look absolutely gorgeous.
Do a bouquet with these.
Well, you could do those. You know the balls that you get in with the handles. You could do a lovely big loads of ribbon and then decorate the ball with all of these, and that would look absolutely delightful. Inexpensive notebooks. You know, your picture frames, your glass jars. Go to your local charity shop and pick up some knickknacks that you can decorate. Simple little cheap jars. And just put some perfume in it and the reed diffusers and some flowers. If you make and sell, this is going to be glorious. But it's been a theme, it's been a trend this week within Highlight Crafts, making your own gifts. So we've got the sublimation printer coming up next, where you can make your own blanks. You can get the blanks on the show and you can make your own presents and you can bespoke them. So for example, we have a 12-inch square blank, and obviously an A3 printer doesn't even print up to 12 by 12. However, I'm going to do a different family photograph on each number. So you've got them going round in a circle, and every number on the clock has a different picture, making your own gifts. I then did a show with Amanda yesterday where we made soap and put them in little boxes with the wax seals and the dried flowers, making your own gifts. Go out, those jars are a perfect example. $17.99 gets you 2 large and 2 medium jars, and look at the difference. A little bit of mirror spray, a couple of sheets of the gold metal leaf, and a few flowers. That has completely transformed that plain jar with a cork lid into something absolutely exquisite. They're just beautiful. And if you saw these in a little boutique down a back lane somewhere,
that could be $29.99
easily.
Yeah.
A simple vase. I think that vase was £8.50, and I've literally gone round
and made it £18.50
and the rest.
So
Lovely.
Sheena has a little tip. She coloured the crystals on her flowers with alcohol markers. So that's another idea for
absolutely.
you. And that's what we love. We get to share ideas. And if we miss your question, please just type it again. It just means we've had lots and lots of questions. Now, I'm just going to go through, because we're having a bit of fun as well. We've got a guess the film, and somebody's going to win a prize. So the first questions were, this film was originally released in the 1980s. This film had a remake that was released in 2011. This film has a famous song associated with it, and this film stars Kevin Bacon.
Now you'll get it.
No, I don't know.
It's all about dancing. You do.
Dirty Dancing?
No, it's not Dirty Dancing. It's the other one with Kevin Bacon.
I don't know.
Oh, you need to know because it's a good film.
Right, so Andrew needs me to do a bit.
Yep, absolutely.
While you're doing that.
I'm going to leave you in about 10 minutes if that's all right, because I'm going to go and set up for the Scan and Cook class. You're going to demonstrate, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did you see that smile then?
I've been waiting for this.
Look at that. I mean, just that on there. Pop a little butterfly on it too. How glorious is that? On just a little pot. You know, you could make your soap in there. It could be the top of a candle. You could put your candle in here.
Yes, that would be amazing.
On the top of a jar of a candle. Make your own candles, put them in these, then make that. It's great, right?
Right, so we do have an academy here at Highlight Crafts, and we do classes. So today I've got painting class with some lovely ladies.
Scan and cut from the beginning.
I'm painting from the beginning. You're scanning, cutting from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I've seen what we're having for lunch, which is a little bit exciting. Nice. We're having roast gammon. So there's a piece of gammon roasting at the moment. Oh, that's going to be nice, isn't it?
Oh, I might have lunch.
I'm having lunch.
Yeah, I might have lunch, then I don't need to have tea tonight when I get home.
Right, everybody. So, Josephine says, OMG, I can't wait to get this.
I know, right?
Right, let me go down the counter. You're going to go and do your thing.
If that's all right
David
with you.
might even be coming in.
Yes, he might.
Because we are a little bit competitive with each other.
Oh, but only with product
and
what we want.
Yes.
Because there's three of us now vying for sublimation demos. There'll be three of us vying for this.
Yeah, because it's what we all buy as well.
Right.
So that's a bit exciting. Right, everybody. So, Carol, I'm going to talk you through all the films because she's saying she hasn't seen it before. There was a version of this many years ago. I'll tell you how long it was. It was before the house I live in was derelict when I bought it, and I bought it at an auction. I saw it on a Saturday and bought it the following Wednesday. I didn't even have a survey done. Good job, because it would have been condemned. Well, they did condemn it. And I've been in there 25 years, and the product that we're talking about was pre that. So that gives you an idea. That was the development of it. It lasted for a few years. Then they couldn't get the material anymore. But this is different. It's much finer, and it's much more user-friendly. So let's go down here. I'll move Andrew's, that's his alarm clock to make sure he doesn't snooze. Just move that there. Actually, it's to make sure that I know how much time's left. Right, so we had a couple of questions about things, and Kathy asked about what was the minimum that you need to get started. So you need some flowers. So we do have sets that are just $14.99, so that would get you started, and it would give you plenty to do. And then I would suggest that you do need the tools. So flowers and the tools, and then a tea light. That's it. Right, so here we go. So first of all, Campanella. So you're going to get these beautiful Passiflora. You're also going to get the Campanella, which you can see there. You're going to get the irises, which you can see, and the butterflies. You're also getting that collection. Shop Camp, $35.99. That gets you all of those. Right, the next one we've got for you is Shop Nigella. You're going to get the Nigella flowers. You're also going to get the butterflies and those orchids. Then you will get the beautiful florals with what I think these look like globe artichokes, but they're not. They're actually flower buds, but they're fabulous. And you're also going to get the crimson mini flowers. That whole collection, oh yes, and don't forget the Nigellas, which are included. That whole collection, Shop Nigella, $34.99. Right, now we're getting on to the really affordable ones. So this one, if you would like this one, Shop Jasmine, that's your lovely pinks. That one, $14.99. This one, Shop Orchid, $14.99. See, I like it when it's inexpensive to get started. Then the next one which is Shop Royal, is also $14.99. Oh, and by the way, everybody, Campanella, 30% of the stock's gone. Nigella, 25% of the stock has gone. Then we've got here our hellebores and orchid. Shop Colour, this one's $17.99. You get 2 of the large sheets there. And then we've got here the geranium and hellebore, which is Shop Geranium, that's $17.99. If you would like the film, now this is the way you do it yourself. So if you want to use napkins, rice paper prints, or even on really thin 80 GSM photocopy paper, you can print out your own flowers. If you're using my craft studio, change the size, do some tiny ones and some bigger ones, put them onto here. You've got 4 sheets of the clear and 4 sheets of the transparent. You're also going to get the glue that you apply the paper or the print with. So all of that together, $39.99 Shop Film. And then the other thing that both Mel and I would really recommend is this, because these wooden tools are, well, it's Shop Emboss. They're $17.99, but what you've got is you've got this really fine pad. Now, we'll look at it in a bit more detail, but it's 15 by 15 centimetres. It's the smoothest kind of foam, but it's also the gentlest and softest. And it comes with 4 embossing folders, embossing tools. So you've got 4 different sizes. And look at the way they're sculpted. So it's not a harsh ball on the end. It's like it's almost a little bit flatter. Because it's so fine, rather than it pushing in, it just molds around it. The same with this one, it's going to mould around it and at this end, and then you've got that lovely rounded ball, but it's not a perfect circle. These are actually slightly flatter on the ends. They're used for shaping your petals, but they don't transfer the heat. So Shop Emboss, $17.99. We have got our gel. Now that's the one that Mel was just using. So she showed you that. I like it for raindrops. Shop Gel is $12.99, and I'll show you that on the glaze on the, if you've got the paper on the top. Then we have got the crystals, which we've just seen those being used. Shop Crystal, $6.99. We've got our boxes, which I can't recommend these enough because you can get a whole collection in one, including ready-made flowers that you create.
4 left.
There's only 4 left, guys. Shop Box, they're $19.99. And we've sold out of sugar wire, but we will get that back. Our glue gun that Mel's been using, which is rechargeable, is the glue gun and 50 glue sticks for $29.99. We've got a little accessory kit here with the bamboo reed stems, with your tape and also with your snips. That whole kit is $15.99, Shop Kit. Got our rice paper. Shop Rice is $12.99, and if you wanted to get these 4 jars, now all 4 of them are $17.99. Andrew, how much is that per jar, please? Thank you. We'll just have do a bit of a quick bit. £4.50 for a jar to make it look like that. I mean, that is just stunning. So it works out at £4.50 for each of them. You're actually saving $11.97. Shop Jar. And then we do have our cut and use foam, which comes as a big A4 sheet. That's Shop Foam at $5.99. And also, the only other thing that I want to mention is, I'm not sure where Mel's put it, but we have some beautiful flowers as a download. If you'd like to get hold of those, then please shop. Oh, thank you. Here we go. So let me move some of these. Don't they look good from a distance? Yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to put it over the flame. I just think they just look so good from a distance. Right, so, hiya, David's coming. So, no, that's French, we're Italian today. Right, so shop selection gets you all of these. So this is a digital download. So the minute that you actually get checked out your basket, then you actually could be working with this. So your digital stamps, your flowers, and all you do, Minecraft Studio, our graphics program, is free. Pop those all on Minecraft Studio. You then can print your own rice paper and then pop this using the glue in the kit with this lovely design onto the clear. Now I paint onto the white sheets, so I use my Cadence hybrid acrylic to paint onto the white sheets, and it works brilliantly. Right, so I'm on Mel's chair now.
Oh, can I come and join you?
Yes, please.
Oh, good morning, everybody.
So this is David, everybody.
Hi, guys.
We've got loads of new people today.
Oh, sliding off.
Oh, right. Andrew, can you check the glue gun price? We're just fixing it for you because it should be $29.99. Right, so I think we're up to date with questions, but now you're in charge.
Oh my goodness, you've got all sorts going on
Right,
this morning.
so this is Guess the Film, in case you're wondering what it is, and we got down to there.
Right.
Right, everyone, let's just talk about. Mel's left me with all her stash. I
Really?
think
That's
instead
dangerous.
of demoing, I'm just going to put it all in my pocket.
Can we split it?
Yeah.
Oh, there's loads already done. Perfect.
Right, there's only 4 of these left, guys, but I'm going to share them. David, you've not seen these.
But these are the storage?
Yeah.
These are amazing. They look incredible. I was watching the show this morning. I thought, oh my goodness, I'm thinking of putting all my stencils in there as well.
Oh, not just stencil. Look, you can get a whole collection. You can make it. There's
fully allocated.
Oh, okay. We will get more of them, but I'm going to do this, guys, a permanent marker to just write on the sides, so you could stack them like that.
That would be brilliant if you've got like a CD file or something.
Yeah.
They'd all slot in, wouldn't they? Like a plate rack.
Right. Let's just talk about this foam pad then, because it is super, super fine. If you pull it, don't pull too hard because you can tear it. But look at how much it stretches. Can you see that amount of stretch that you've got in there? But when I let go, it pings right back. So what it means is, David, would you mind passing the tools, please? Mm-hmm. When you're working with the tool, because of that amount of stretch, you literally can press. See how it lifts that corner when I press there, look? That's how stretchy this is. So when I press there, it lifts there. When I press there, it still lifts, even with a small bit. Look at how I can pull this foam back. So if your mat does not do that, you need this one, because this is what gives you that shaping.
It's almost like it's cushioning the tool. It like surrounds it so it fully wraps.
And it softens the petals.
Yeah.
So you know in nature how your petals just literally glide as they shape? That's what happens with it.
Amazing.
Now, so this is a piece of rice paper that has been printed and put onto here. So the technique, you take the clear sheet, you place that down and you take the adhesive. Now, we all use our cut and use foam because it's the easiest thing to get the best result. So on your clear sheet, you just pull your glue from one end into the middle, then turn it over and pull it from the other end. You need a really fine layer of glue. Once you've done that, you lay your rice paper down and you just literally smooth over as if you're wallpapering, and it's ready to use when the lines are gone. So it's dry up this end, but it's not quite dry just there. So it might be that glue went on a little bit thicker, so you can still see it.
Okay.
Now, as long as it's that dry, I cheat, and you can make it work. So Mel is a very, very precise crafter. David, how would you describe you as a crafter? Because I'm impatient.
I'm incredibly impatient. I always want to do it yesterday. If it's not working quick enough, I'll find a way to make it quicker, as long as I'm not spoiling the end result. But I would say I'm always, whenever I get given something, before I do what it's meant to do, I'm always trying to think of what else I can make it do instead.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to push it to the boundaries, which is great to see. The fact that we've then been able to incorporate this. Andrew says messy.
Yeah, messy.
I was trying to give you a really nice overview of what I thought was messy. I guess, yeah, you can't go wrong with that. It is pretty true, though. I think we're all messy in our own way.
We are now. So Mel's been doing this absolutely perfectly precise because she wants you to get the best results. But I'm just going to show you how far you can stretch it to not be as perfect as perhaps you think you might need to. So let's say, for instance, your eyesight's not perfect. I haven't got my glasses. I don't even know where they are. I've lost them again. No, I found them.
I was going to say, if you've lost your glasses while the glasses are off, that's a tough situation to be in.
Once found them. They've been in the fridge for a fortnight.
What?
Everybody thought it was me doing an experiment. Because obviously you'll find random craft stuff in places.
I've done stuff where you try and put the kettle in the fridge instead of the milk and stuff like that. And
Yes.
What is happening?
Andrew thinks we should give everybody the last clue.
Okay, let's do it, shall we? So the fifth and final cue that we have down here for you. This film is about a town where dancing has been banned.
Do you know the answer to this?
Let me have a quick look. Okay.
I don't know the answer.
This film was originally released in the 1980s. The film had a remake and was released in 2011. The film has a famous song associated with it. This film stars Kevin Bacon. Oh, okay. I think I might know what this is.
Do you?
I've not seen it.
I don't know it. I don't know the film.
Right,
okay. Guys. So I've not cut into these petals and I have left little bits of white on it, and I want to share with you what happens. So if you want to be able to shape each individual petal, you would cut into them. But this one, I haven't. So I'm just going to show you how I would shape a larger area like that. So here's my tea light, and I'm not going to go too close, and I can be up here, and that is already starting to move. Can you see how high up I am?
That's really quick.
So look at how it's moving. Can you see that? So it's moved that much.
Right.
Now, so I'm just going to go back in and get a little bit more. Oops, just that bit.
So it's just a few seconds hovering over.
Yes. And when you do it and you don't cut into the petal, you get these little undulations. Is that a word?
I don't know. I'll say so.
So you get them. Can you see how you've got it like that? It doesn't look ugly. I think it actually looks really, really nice. So it's just another way of you being able to.
So does the heat always come through from the reverse? Or, you can do it
do
both
it
sides?
either side. So
Okay.
I'm just shaped it on the other side so you can see it. I like using the big tool because I like the effect that you get with this different shaping.
And is it almost instant
It's
cooling?
instant.
Wow.
It's feel it. You can.
Oh my goodness, it's completely changed characteristics.
I know, isn't it clever?
Wow, it's so glossy.
And it looks. I think it was suggested it looks like Capodimonte, and I think it does.
Ooh, okay, it reminds me of an enamel. Like it looks like an enamel or a resin casting, but ultra thin.
Yeah. It does. Now, because I've got little white edges with it, I actually don't think you can see that. You can see it. You don't see those white edges. They almost disappear. It's like porcelain.
Yeah, it is.
Right. But one of the things that I want you to be able to do is I'm just going to go here, right on the very tip of it, and I'm not too close. And I'm just going to get it, and I'm just going to.
Oh, that's nice.
So on these little bits, because you have to heat it from above, you can heat it from the side.
That's super quick. I love that wonderful little curl over.
Yeah, let me get a little bit more.
Yeah, Deborah says, I think David is an experimental crafter. Do you know what? That is exactly the correct word.
You're an experimental crafter.
Experimental.
Look how you can just get it to shape over. So now I'm getting more detail and depth in it, but I'm just going to go into the middle of the flower.
Oh. I find it fascinating that that all of a sudden that form becomes so much softer, and then it goes rigid really quickly, but it lets you craft
what I've done, I'll just move that out of the way. Just, can you see I've put these 5 little dots in the middle that have made it look like the centre's got more depth to it. And then the other thing that you can do, and this is just us all just experimenting with different ways of using it. So I'm just going to do, so I've just run where that leaf was, that petal, I've just run up the edge of that petal there. And if you do it and you decide you don't like it, you just come back over here, heat it until that has come out, and then
so you can continue
rub
to
it
work
out,
into it.
even when it's paper. And look how I've taken that line out, and I've changed the shape completely.
Wow.
So if you're not happy with the first bit that you do, literally change what you do, change the shape of it, play with it, and make all that detail. And then if you decided you wanted to put a little bit more detail into it, you can. Now,
That's
the
beautiful.
other thing is, I was going to do a little sneaky
Do you want me to grab something?
thing. If you have got gold leaf, little tiny touches of gold leaf on the edges look stunning. I mean, literally stunning. I haven't got any here, but I wanted to just mention about it. So, yes, I have. I can nick this.
Found some.
Hang on.
Lots of people. Oh, Pauline says Mamma Mia. Is that the right answer? I don't know.
No,
It's not the right answer.
not the right answer.
With
Sorry.
the last one saying the town where dancing has been banned, I feel like that word features in the name of the film.
Does it?
No.
What, the word dancing?
No.
Does it? Oh, I'm thinking of something else.
Does dancing not feature?
Dancing definitely features, but it's not the one that you're thinking about.
Has it got the word loose?
It might have the word
Footloose.
Is it?
You spend an hour, make them guess, you just tell them with a minute to go.
I didn't
And we're
know.
inundated with the footloose. Well, thank you.
It's one word, type footloose.
Type footloose, everybody. Get your chance. Did we do an animal then earlier on?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, wow, you've been having some right
It was a
fun.
bat.
A bat? Oh, right.
Are you
okay.
having a quiz?
I don't know.
David's got a giveaway word.
Oh, have
right.
you?
Sorry, we're ending on a high.
I only had time to think up 2 quizzes.
Right, guys, look. So, right, I've not used my proper gilding glue because I didn't have it.
Okay.
But I've just literally put a tiny little bit of this these gilding flakes on the edges. Imagine putting gilding flakes. Look at them; they would look stunning.
That would look beautiful.
I'm trying not to get it on Mel's mat because you kill me.
I'll be fine. Just turn it over.
Yeah, don't tell her. Oh, sorry, it must have been something on the table, Mel, when you put it on there. But look, you can imagine it, can't you? It's going to look absolutely... I'll flip that off.
It looks stunning. Imagine dipping that, and also that liquid leaf we had on the other day from Cadence.
That would look amazing.
Because it dries like a shellac, like
you
an
could
enamel.
literally dip the tips into it, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could
That
roll it
would just-
around.
Oh, okay, we've got 1 minute 57 left. Oh, that's no time at all.
It's not.
Right,
Shall I go grab
David.
the wheel?
Yeah, you need to. I'm going to blow this out.
I'll pick a winner.
Okie
I'm
dokie.
going to go to my ladies. Is that
Okay,
okay?
yeah, of course. I'll wrap up here.
Guys, can I just say thank you so much? Oh, look, it's like I'm all misty in the smoke. If the alarm goes off, we're meant to evacuate the building. Thank you so much, everybody, and especially those of you that are starting a new craft. Congratulations. Right, I'm off because I talk too much, so I'm going.
Have a fabulous day.
I will. See you all soon.
See you later.
Oh, I'll see you on Monday. I've got deals Monday morning at 8 o'clock.
Oh, 8 o'clock, don't miss that. Stephanie's going to be here with some fabulous deals for Monday Morning Madness. Of course, we are going to draw a winner in a few seconds' time. If you haven't done already, though, please check out your basket. As you've seen, lots of items are fully allocated across the show this morning. It's been so busy with your brand new launch of your Sospeso Trasparente. I think I said it right. think I said it right for the first time. But it's an amazing craft. I absolutely love this, and I'm really, really privileged that I was actually able to join towards the end of the show. Shall we draw a winner for our quiz? Was the answer then Footloose? It was, wasn't it?
The answer was Footloose, and the winner is Maureen Fairbrace.
Maureen Fairbrace, congratulations, and good morning to you, Maureen. Let's have a spin. That was a bit of a pathetic spin, wasn't it? Let's have a look, see what we've got. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 150 points, Maureen. Congratulations, didn't do too bad after all, actually. Thank you so much for joining Mel and Stephanie for a wonderful show this morning. But honestly, don't go anywhere, though, because in just under 5 minutes' time, I'm going to be joining you through that wall for an hour of sublimation printing with brand new blanks for you to use with your sublimation. We've got the paper, we've got blanks, we've got tins, lanyards, postcards, everything. It's going to be amazing. We're going to do some photographs and make it really personal. But keep me company, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Don't forget to check out. Bye.